Yo, wagwan. Tish your boy, Jidon, Legendary, and we have another Cyberpunk photo session. It is July 1st. You're watching this at a lovely 12 p.m. I'm recording this at 3:07 a.m. I'm so sleepy, but I had to get it done. We got the Southern Ladies Part 2, 4th of July theme. We got Victoria, Kentucky V. We got Texas V, that is Talia, and we have Louisiana V, that is Savannah. With that being said, hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell shows you people join Legendary Clan Sports and become legendary. Consider becoming a member. Got little perks and stuff. I mean, shoot, dude. Check out Instagram. That's where I post most of these photos. Deviant for the stuff that's a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. Check out the gaming channel. Check out the music channel. With that being said, let's go. First photo session of July, my good peoples. We're on Country V, Victoria, Kentucky V. Okay, and I'm trying to figure something out here. Okay, I wanted to make it look like they're each within their home state, which means lots of green grass. We got Kentucky, we got Texas, and we got Louisiana. Okay. Now what I wanted to do was to make it look like they're all in one of the photos together. The problem is I have absolutely no clue how I'm gonna do that, because typically what you would do is you would go into decor and you would save your props as a preset, like I have one here. Okay, there's just one issue. There is no spawnable East Coast-ish southern trees that I can spawn into here, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not 100% sure. In order to make it, like, I need like a ficus. Okay, we need like a ficus. A ficus is a good East Coast tree, I think. I don't know if I can move this into, I'm not seeing anything that allows me to do that. Move this into here, which would allow me to save it. I don't think I have that option. And yeah, I can import, but I can't export too. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm gonna have to cheat and use the Aldecaldo's camp for this photo, where I mesh them together. Then the rest of the photos, it doesn't really matter. The rest of the photos, I can make it look like wherever they are, using this beautiful patch of grass. But to put them three together, it's not 12 yet. That's why I'm telling you all this. It's not technically July yet. 2 more minutes. But this is important information because I wanna do a photo with all 3 V's together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cheat and use the Aldecaldo's camp, which should allow me to make this happen pretty easily. It's gonna look like they're on the East Coast, but that's fine. As long as I can, you know, I don't even know if I can see it on some of these characters because they're pretty low, and I have not met Panam yet, now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm just kind of out of fucking luck here. Son of a gun. Dang. I don't know what the fuck to do then. Because I can't spawn any East Coast trees, I would have to respawn everything. Yeah, but how do I spawn the trees back in their location without it being in a whole new spot? That's the issue I'm having. It's not gonna look the same unless I say forget it and just make the dang tree line so dang dense, which is never an easy task. Just make the tree line so dense and like, oh, you know what? I think I got it. I think I got it here, folks. Okay, it's almost 12, so we're gonna be doing this 2 different ways. I think I have the idea. I just gotta spawn a crap ton of trees. I can save that much. Why the fuck am I hearing music? Music is supposed to be muted at all times. I think that's what I'm gonna figure out. But I have to build it all first, which will go to the gaming channel. So let's get to work. Okay, the setup for this one is going to be quite simple. I don't even really have to record it for the gaming channel. So what I'm about to do here is we're going to have to do a bit of editing. This photo session is going to be a little different from what you guys have seen me do. And that is pretty easy, actually. What I'm going to do is, because the fireworks, I would have to be on time too much, which is dang near impossible. It'd be a whole lot easier if I just spawn a large red light, a large yellowish light. Man, hold up. So you just gonna watch this much of the video and you not even gonna subscribe? Nah, don't wave to them. They ain't even hit the subscribe button. Come on now, hit that subscribe button. And a large blue light for red, white, blue. Then what I'm gonna do is, this is gonna be Victoria's set. However, I will attempt to edit the other two characters into it. Okay, this would be Victoria's set specifically. It's gonna be mainly about her, but I will edit some other characters in if possible. For the peoples in the background, they're not very important. They're just there for background ambience. Because, you know, I mean, you could easily just take you and two other friends and just go out and pop some fireworks together. I want to add a couple of people. You ain't gonna really see them all that well, but that's the point. They're not important. They're just there. They're just background noise. I'm not gonna spawn V because something tells me that she is probably gonna be fucking naked, so we're gonna leave her alone. We're gonna get Jackie up in the building. Like I said, you're not really gonna be able to see these people very much at all because it's already nighttime. Both characters, we got a light-skinned black character and then we got a dark-skinned black character, so the lighting on them two is gonna be easy. It's the third character, it's Louisiana V. As a pale character, she's gonna be a little harder to work with, I'm thinking, but shouldn't be too bad. In terms of making people actually be seated, not gonna be doing that because that's a lot of work. You're kind of just gonna be standing around the fire. We got them people over there, so you won't even really be able to notice it. You won't even notice that there will be people back there. It'll just be for extra looks. Okay. Now, I was gonna make it look like they were down south, but the game decided to crash on me when I got done with pretty much half the work I needed to do. I'm like, alright, guess they're gonna be chilling in Night City. So, that being said, let's go ahead and up these graphics. Okay, let's save what we got here so when we get on the other character, oh, actually, never mind, that's not the case. Because you won't even see that part. We actually don't need the, yeah, never mind. This is gonna be Victoria's set, which is who we're on right now. Okay, let's go ahead and put her into place here. Her, you know what I mean? Okay, so boom. So because of it already being dark, we don't have to worry too much about lights or lighting, I think, at least with this character. So boom, you can see him, but now you can't. You know what I'm saying? You won't really know who the fuck it is back there. Let me untarget. Target carry. Let's get, God dog. Volumetric fog, boy. I mean, you might see him a little bit, but maybe not. Let's see. Let me see here. Always turn that up for our quality purposes. Say about 50 should be good. Now, see, the main thing I'm not 100% worried about is the quality of the fireworks. So that should make it a little easier. It's really just about the characters being pretty and all that. That's usually what this is always about. Okay, so lighting changing is not, oops, not working too well. Graphic is adjusting on the instant. Look at that. Like I said, the auto adjustment is always good at ruining what you're trying to pull off here. That's a little better. Okay, so now we need 3 lamps in the background. We're gonna push them joints way the fuck back. Like, yeah, like back there. And I'm gonna edit in, like, you're really only gonna like see the tips of them though. Because the way it is. Ain't gotta be too much. Doesn't need to be too much anyways. And we'll make that red. That's a little too dang red. That's like the firework blew up on the dang ground, so let's lift that up a bit. Stay right about there. And we'll move that out the way real quick. Take this and back. Oh, that's moving it back. That's also moving it back. Put it like right there. Boom, there's the red. Another one. Go ahead and clone that. This one will be blue. We'll move to that side. That's where the blue firework will be. And clone that. Move it back toward the middle. Get white. Or at least near white. It's not going to be a perfect white. Well, I mean, no. Actually, fireworks are usually pretty dang white if you're using white. I mean, shoot, there's so many dang fireworks that's white. The craps is dang near blind. So, boom. We have the lighting back there. And now we're pretty much going to take Victoria's stuff here. Hit the good old... Check her... Move it over here. Hit the good old Steam button. Well, I hit print screen on accident. Hit the Steam button so we could save these settings. We could use them for the next two characters. There's just one issue here with that auto-adjusting. Texas V and Louisiana V are definitely going to be drowned by the light. If it has this dark-skinned character this light, oh, it's gonna make them two fucking pale. Especially Louisiana V. You're dang near not gonna be able to see her. Oh, that's a little better. This will be a little harder than I thought it would be. Mainly because of what I'm trying to do. If I was just using one character, this really wouldn't be that hard to do at all. You can see 4th of July, you know what I'm saying? She ain't got no... Okay, never mind. So she ain't got no good guns on her. Yes, she do. Desert Eagle. Move to... I need a gun pose. You need that Desert Eagle in hand. We need 10. So this is gonna be a challenge. That, you know, sometimes you gotta push it to the challenge. Otherwise, if your photos ain't all challenging, I gotta use the bathroom all of a sudden. I mean, it's like, okay. Alright, actually, you know what? Let me take a screenshot just in case it decides to auto-adjust on me. Okay, it did not. That's good. Okay, so let's hurry up and get 10 for this character. You can't even see the people all that much, so that's why I wasn't too worried about the people. Just in case I wanted a bit of people back there. So now we have to ensure that we're making space. So these are gonna be farther out photos. I'm gonna say about down to her knees. We have to ensure that we're making space for our other two characters. I'll be trying to step it up. I was trying to step it up by making it look like they were still down south, but that decided not to work. Game decided to crash instead. Guess my idea was too much. All I did, I just placed a couple of trees, and I scanned over one tree. I didn't even fully click the dang tree yet, and the game just crapped out. I'm like, seriously? I had such a brilliant idea. Make it look like they were still down south. I got this crap at 98, so I can't even move it if I wanted to attempt any dang thing. So it's just there, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be there. So because we're out in the desert though, it's nice and smooth, so we can make this quick, but we have to keep conscious of the fact that all of her poses need to be small, because if they're anything too large, then we're not going to be able to fit the other two characters. Boom, there's pose number 1. Looks great. Honestly, I don't think this is going to be a hard thing to pull off. The hardest thing about this, honestly, because I can easily edit tips of some fireworks in, this is not, we're pretty close, so it's not like you're going to actually be able to see the whole thing. It's ensuring that the rest of the characters can fit. Matter of fact, one way to definitely do that is put this at an easier ratio. Then we can see more fireworks, more of the characters. Yeah, see, plus that just looks cleaner too. It's much cleaner looking. Matter of fact, let's delete that last one. We'll be able to see more of the fireworks and we'll be able to see more of the characters. But I also have to ensure that I make sure that this stays at a fairly straightforward angle too. Unless I remember the angle, but it's not like they tell you what angle you're at. So if they did, that'd make things a lot easier. But they do not. Oh. They tell you the coordinates in which you are. I just realized that. I actually never paid that attention. That never noticed that. Shouldn't be too hard though. It's not the first time I've done this. It's just been a very long time since I've done this. So for one of them, I'm gonna make sure that I have them at an angle so that they're looking up at the fireworks. That's gonna be probably the sauciest picture of the three. Well, I'm keeping it 100% honest with you. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me take a picture of what we got here, just in case. And we still got the other picture. So boom. So I know that what settings I need. Now it would be easier too if I could just spawn the character in, but I don't know how people be making little custom characters. Oops. It's funny too because I accidentally fixed this. This works now as intended. I don't know how, but it does. If I click Judy, it will spawn Judy, not anybody else. Click Panam, Panam will spawn, not anybody else. I don't know how I did that, but I did. I downloaded a mod, and it just so happened to fix the rest. I'm like, well, that's cool. Fortunately, though, I have no clue how I did that, so. If I ever have that issue again, I have zero ideas on how I fixed it, so. There is also that. There is also that. No clue how it got fixed. It just did. Lighting there is clean, but I also really need to use the bathroom. So do that real quick. Get back to the art of creating 4th of July Cyberpunk photos with 3 different characters while not actually being on 3 different characters, which definitely makes things harder than it needs to be, but I don't know how to make my own custom characters. You know what I'm saying? Might be easier than I think, for all I know. If I could do that, I would absolutely do that for each and every single one of my characters. So if I wanted to spawn them in as their own custom model, man, that'd make things easier. Now, spawning them onto photo mode, that I'm not sure if that's possible. If it is, though, somebody let me know. These look absolutely fantastic. Let's keep it up here. I like that pose right there. Let's change up the face. Any photo, I gotta make sure I'm doing all of the same things. So I'm gonna keep most of these photos at about knee level. That'll be the easiest to remember. From the knees to the top of the head. Be the easiest to remember, so I'll make no mistakes for the rest of the characters. I'm gonna take them right to the same spot. You cannot see anything except for the fire, so the fire is gonna be the only thing I spawn back in. Or actually, never mind. That's right. I just remembered. The other characters, I don't need them to have a background. I just need to make sure that the photos look like this. So when I add them and put them into her photos, they all look the same. Not, you know, look like it's obviously 3 different characters in 3 different spots. If we make that mistake, then that's where it's pretty whack. Real quick, though. Yeah, I mean, real quick, though. Yeah, I mean. Alrighty, let's see here. What else would be a good pose? Just a simple standing pose. Like I said, the last one gonna be the nice one. Okay, that's the one where we're gonna be having it face up so you can see all fireworks. I'm gonna have to find like some royalty-free PNGs because I don't have any fireworks of my own. Unless you know, I use what AI is good for. The niche as a photographer. Okay, the niche of AI that fits me is I could use or attempt to find some royalty-free fireworks, which most likely won't be royalty-free. Or I could make my own. Is the one thing I gotta give love to AI for. Or if you're a photographer and you need quick edits, not so much quick edits because I like to edit my own stuff, but if you need quick items, you don't have to, like, I could go out, shoot some fireworks, which is illegal right now because it's not 4th of July. I could just create some. Could buy some too. Not got money like that. Buying random fireworks PNGs. Not exactly a good use of money. right now, if I'm being honest. So with a little bit of with the magic of a little bit of AI, I can create my own. Now, like creating like full-on sets and stuff like that, I did sometimes. My problem with AI, and I think a lot of people's problem with AI, is there's just certain things that can't really be replaced 100%. That is, photography is definitely one of those things where it has a stronghold life, because it's one of those things that require a bit of skill, you know, like watching a race car set, but not a single person driving is a real person. It wouldn't be the same. Be like, okay, but you know, how do you really deem who's got the skill and who doesn't? You just use an AI that auto learns a track or something like that, versus someone who has to really become good at what they do. I mean, and don't get me wrong, you could do some pretty and crazy and incredible looking stuff with the AI stuff. I've seen some amazing stuff. But using it as a replacer for like a professional work, I don't see it. Mainly because there's just certain things that last. Now you could have some AI models for your website, but what if it comes down to, you know, a professional level? You're not gonna see some little AI robots modeling clothes. People want to see real people. People want to see real people. You feel what I'm saying? You can't use AI to create your wedding photos, because it's not going to come out the way you need it to. You'd have to use one of them face swap joints, which are far from good. I've used many over the years, and a lot of them still stink. Just to see, you know, test them out, what they do, how good are they. A lot of them still pretty whack. Still pretty whack. But then again, at the same time, you know, you never know. You never truly know, you know? I'll just change her face up real quick. Now, the one of the harder parts of doing multiple characters is you can't really make them get close to each other. I mean, I could. Man, that's gonna be some editing, boy. Because I have joints that, you know what, actually, that would be pretty possible. I'll just have to make sure they're sitting in the same location. So, like, I would use, like, joints like this, where it's meant you got A, and you got B. Problem is, obviously, if I take the picture like this, that wouldn't look very good. As where if I have something like that, and then we use the other one, oh, this one, then you could put the two together. We can't use that one though. A little extra. I still want to do a couples joint. Oh yeah, this one's good. With a little bit of editing, I mean, you easily could. But those are more like couples pose packs, so I wouldn't use those for these three characters anyways, because they're not couples. They'll be just friends. Only character couples I got is OGV and Judy, honestly. Oh, I had Mexico V and River for a little while, but that kind of died down fast. Because, I mean, River, he cool, I guess, and all, but, you know, Mexico V kind of be doing her own thing at the moment, at least. Oh, last one. That's right, I almost forgot. We're at the last one, so now gotta go back to some of them saucier joints. This is where it gets a little tough, because I have to ensure that all of this is gonna match the way I need it to. Because we have to go low. We're no longer in a regular area. So for her, we're gonna go with this one right here. We got to steer around a little bit because the where it's clicking a bit. Get right about there. right? But you gotta be able to see the fireworks for this one, so I'm gonna say right about there. If I have to remember that angle, not gonna be easy, because you know, it's a random angle. We don't get a number here. There's no number for this. Now we get on the other two, but you won't really see that process. We're gonna kind of go through that. But I mean, I'm only doing one. This is V. This is country V set. So what you saw is what I'm gonna use. I kind of messed up actually. Yeah, I just realized that. The point was to do one, not all 10. Just one. I messed up. It's supposed to be one. That was gonna be the last one. Uh-oh. All them photos I just did. I mean, the distance is fine. You know, I like to get close-ups of the characters' faces and stuff like that. I just now realized that, though. I was supposed to be doing that with one photo, not all 10. They look good, though. So it's not like it's actually, like, bad. It was supposed to be just... Alright, so let me go over to those two characters, and we're going to attempt the same thing. Remember that angle. If I can't remember that angle, then I'll just use the other ones. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and bring that way back to darkness. The fire is right there. I believe I was about here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just got to be good enough. Okay, so boom, we got Louisiana V in the building. Her outfit, which is blue on the top with the stars, red and white on the bottom. Like I said, a little salsa fit. But this is just gonna be for this for Victoria's photo. This outfit is gonna be on her own joint once we get to it, of course. We were at 20. 10, 35, I believe. We have to attempt to make this work for a white character. Boom. Bring that. Well, we had it like 90 fucking 8, I think. It still is adjusting hard, so I don't even know how well that's gonna work. Not very. She is about as bright as it gets, so 90. 99 is still a little bright, but I'm gonna let me see the two side by side. Okay, I think I could mesh. The problem is if we do it at 98, as you can see, she is completely blared out. So what I'm gonna have to do is, since I'm gonna mesh them anyways together, I'm gonna have to lighten her up a little bit. All right, let's see. Where were we at? This is for the last one, like I said. So let's pick something just fire. I'm gonna go with a classic. Okay, with a straight classic. Like I said, about the knees, so about there, and then move in a little bit right to the top of her head, right at the knee. Oh, let me turn her around real quick. Actually, I know that I'm actually at the knees. Back up a little bit. Downs. That should be good. Go ahead, align the lights up here. Same with this one. That way. Chimney on this one as well. Of course, put our backup lights in their important positions. It should work pretty good. It should. I'll lighten the character up a little bit. That should help as well. So boom, there goes Louisiana V, and now we need Texas V. I'm gonna move these two out the way, of course. So once I actually do these two, I think for her, we're just gonna. I don't know if I still have it downloaded, but I got a fucking ridiculous Ford 6-wheel truck. I'm gonna put giant. As a matter of fact, is there flags in this? Oh, I forgot to get rid of all these. Despawn. Let me see. Is there flags in this? Because if they got an American flag, I have just the idea. Osaka. Son of a gun. We ain't got no Noosa flags. Oh. None. Flag. Let me just type flag. Ay, ay, ay. You serious? Sixth. Nothing. Hold on, man. You lying, man. There's really no flags at all. That's really close and high quality. I wasn't expecting that. You got flag poles. I need a dang. Ain't no flag. I don't know what that is. Fourth cow. No. Oh. Oh, that'll work. Okay, no, boom, there we go. It's kind of a mesh, so it's going to be a little stiff, but hey, that's fine. You're not going to really be able to tell. The whole point is to have that real American theme. Alright, let's move over to Texas V. Okay, Texas V in the building. I have a feeling the lighting will be fine on her. She's a lighter skinned character, but she's still got that chocolate to her, so it should. I'm not 100% sure. Should work fairly fine for this character. Her outfit is just as fancy as the other two. You know what I'm saying? So you see, let's see. It should work just fine. Okay, you got the red top, blue unders with the white lace. You know what I mean? Because it's hot as fuck in this desert, so it's only right that you know, it'd be a good airy outfit, but also saucy at the same time, which ain't hard to do because well, that's all people create majority of the time. That's not a complaint either. That is, I'm perfectly okay with that. Perfectly okay with that, you know what I mean? Bring that light way down. 98, come on now, 98 work for, you know what I mean? Okay, boom. See, and this is what I was saying in my other videos. Lighter characters with heavier skin tones always handle light at ease. It's too easy with the lighter, with the darker skin tone characters. Takes the light just as fine as Victoria did. Let's get a good pose going here. I'm thinking everyone's favorite. Yep. Everyone's favorite. I ain't gonna lie, this hair, she was looking a little crazy with this hairstyle. I mean, she still kind of do, but it's like a fancy crazy, you know what I mean? As we're that's not good to say, of course. Nothing, no crazy person should be just adored just because. But I mean, she looked great with the hairstyle, does she not? Feel what I'm saying? And if it do make her look a little crazy, as where when I had it on OGV just to test it out and see what it looked like, OGV looked like, he looked crazy. He looks like a not good crazy. Although no crazy is good. If you're ever with someone, they definitely got some issues and they're not, you know, willing to cooperate with you and just being all around not a great person, you know, get away from them. But in the instance of some 3D characters where we never have to worry about that, you look great with the hairstyle, I ain't gonna lie. You look pretty dang good with the hairstyle, you know what I'm saying? I can't even cap to you by. I also realized I messed up. I forgot to put the angle on Louisiana V. We might have to go back for her. Let me see. Let me check this character. Okay, so yeah, Louisiana V is at a bad angle. We need more of an angle for this character. Still not matching up. We need to back up as well. She is a little closer. Say right about there should be good. I did not put depth of field on. I just realized that. Go again. What the fuck? We gotta go again. We gotta go back to Louisiana because I completely forgot about the angle. I'm not gonna be able to easily cut that background out if it's not got that depth of field on it. Depth of field makes cutting backgrounds out a whole lot easier. Plus for the actual photo it makes it look cleaner. Main focus is the characters. You'll see the fireworks in the background, of course, but the main focus is absolute characters. Okay, so boom, those two angles should be better. Let me delete Louisiana V's joint because we're gonna have to go back on her. Completely forgot about the angle. Okay, it's too much ground. That's what I'm noticing with hers versus Ducky V. There's too much. We're seeing too much ground. I think the issue we're facing here is this pose is a lot closer up. It's everyone's favorite, but in this instance, it ain't gonna work. She's too close. She's just too close, you know what I mean? She's just too close. I mean, I guess that's not a bad thing. Just makes it a little harder to mesh. Let me see. I mean, I could probably make it work. Let me see. What, oh, we were at the original. I'm gonna say, let me open up the photo back again. You know what the problem is? Oh wait, I'm dumb. Well, I mean, the angle still has to be correct, so let me pull it up just a little bit more. It won't matter because her background's not as important. I forgot, we're gonna cut her completely out of this. Okay, let me get back to, that should be good now. Because Kentucky V is going to be she's kind of a taller character anyways, so I'm pretty sure I can make it work. Let's go back to Louisiana because I completely forgot about the angle. Alrighty, I am back in action here. For some reason, I tried to spawn the lights and they didn't want to spawn. Too dang late to be having random issues. Come on now. Way too late to be having random issues. Alright, we're back on Louisiana V. All of a sudden the lights ain't want to spawn or work and grip. All of a sudden I'm like, really? Way too late in the night to be having random issues. Way too late. It is 1 in the morning, dude. 1 in the fucking morning. I want to finish this up and get some dang sleep. I'm sleepy. I ain't gonna lie. The sleepiness hit harder and hit faster than I thought it would. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm trying to get some sleep. Crap, when I have random issues, the lights wouldn't spawn. I hit spawn, they wouldn't, and then I would hit despawn, they wouldn't despawn, so then the lights capped out, so I couldn't even spawn new ones. I'm like, really? We do not have time for this. I'm trying to keep the quality while also get some dang speed, so I can get some dang sleep. You know what I'm saying? Fuck. Okay, we use the old school one for Louisiana V. Alright, let's go. Big smiles, because it's 4th of July, they having great times. Is her freaking teeth silver? When did they go back silver? And how? Sway, I disabled the silver teeth. She ain't supposed to have silver teeth, but they silver. They silver, alright. A little close here. Back it up. Okay. Move these around. It's way too late in the night to be having random issues. It's hot as fuck too. I ain't even eat. I kind of forgot to eat dinner. I was supposed to eat before I started recording this dang late. I didn't. I'm over here hungry. Okay, but it's spaghetti. I don't like eating spaghetti late at night. You know, you can't eat spaghetti late at night because it might cause acid issues. Even if you ain't got acid reflux, it's still possible because spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce is acidic. You know? I might have to eat like a little snack or something, which more than likely will involve milk. I drink milk so fast. This is why I became allergic. Oh snap! Not like regular dairy milk no more though, because I can't do dairy milk no more. Okay, we're a little too low. I don't like the way her hand is turning into her face. It doesn't look good. Normally when you're standing up higher, it looks just fine, but when you're down that low, not so much. We find something else that'll work. This hairstyle looks pretty good on her. It's a little too thick. Doesn't really match her type of white lady. You know, you got different type of white folks out here. Some white folks got thick hair, some white folks don't. It doesn't really match her all that much. It's a little too thick. I mean, it kind of does, but I think the thinner hairs would make more sense for this character. Hey. Let me see here though, what we looking for, Oh yeah. That's a good one. Nothing too crazy. And boom. Actually, that angle's not enough. We can see way too much ground. On these other ones, you can't see that much ground. I gotta make sure they all match up. Let me see. Oops, I can't see. Not letting me because she's still loading. There we go. Make sure here. Okay, yeah, she ain't got enough angle. Texas V and Kentucky V, their angles are pretty much the same. Hers is a little too straight, so let's go about there, I'm gonna say. There, back it up a little bit. Tip of the head, and that should be good. Gotta edit. We're gonna have to increase her lighting once I put her in the photos with it. Or maybe I won't. No, I might, because she's not glistening the same amount. She's very clearly at a dimmer light than the other two. But that is part of the argument that I was saying. Or not an argument. I wasn't arguing with nobody. But that is part of what I was saying was tailored characters are a little harder to work with light. Okay, so let me move those two photos out the way, and since we're already on her, let me get to work on her background scenery, which honestly, it's gonna be fairly simple, but it's gonna be cool looking, okay? I mean, you're gonna see it. Alrighty, my people, here's the setup for Louisiana V, okay? We got absolutely gorgeous Camaro out here. We got the big old flag stuck to the back of it, okay? A real American. We got her in some boots this time, since we're not gonna have her around fireworks or nothing. We don't, you know what I mean? Bare toes on the concrete. That's a no-go. Okay, it's disgusting, nasty. If you're the type of person who walks barefoot on some concrete, stop. You might catch some crap. Then what you gonna do? Okay, then what you gonna do? Get an infection, lose your foot. Now you gotta walk around the rest of your life with one foot. I'm playing, man. Concrete nasty as fuck. All kinds of lick spittles and fucking pinch penny crap all over the dang floor. That made no sense at all. I stole that line from Skyrim. Great game. Okay. You know what I mean? Concrete is filth. All kinds of nastiness. People be fucking driving and spitting and throwing food and bird boo-boo and nastiness like that. Camaro looks great. Let's move her up just a little bit. Right about there. You're hearing people talking about, oh man, I'm one with the earth when I walk on the concrete. No, concrete ain't earth. It's just man-made. Better walk in some sand, some dang dirt, some grass. And even then, you still gotta be careful because natural fungoids and stuff. Fungoid. What the fuck did I just say? I ain't speak. It's late. Okay. I'm sure you can tell the loopiness is attempting to take over. Okay, it's late. But I'm dedicated to the cause of ensuring that we get some, I almost say fallout, some fucking 4th of July theme stuff going, baby. You know what I mean? Turn that down a little bit. Okay, boom. Get that nice and close. You can see the flag, we can see the car. Big body Camaro. I'm gonna put a bonus light back there as well so we can really... Camaro gotta shine too, you know. So we're gonna do one with that way back there. Connected from her. Oops. Matter of fact, I got just the idea too. This light right here, we're gonna place it right there. Make it real nice and bright. Back toward the car. Red. Okay. Duplicate that, move it to the middle, white, duplicate that, move it to the back end, right about there should be good, and make that blue. Oops. Okay, I always forget blue is a fairly dark color, so you gotta really make it shine if you want to see it nicely. Pull that in a little bit. Boom. Red, white, and blue in the background. Louisiana V in the fit. Looking great. Bring the main lighting down a little bit. There's a little bit of extra gray I'm noticing. We don't want no gray. Volumetric fog is already off. Okay. Get down a little bit more. I'm gonna say about 40 should be good. I'm gonna go ahead and lights are attached, so those are fine. Bring her light up just a little bit more. Say about 35 should be good. That looks pretty good. And boom. That, my good peoples, is a simple set for when your game decides to crash and it's almost 2 in the morning and you just can't be bothered with building 2-3 hour long sets. I am not trying to stay up till 5. Okay, I'm okay with 3 in the morning. I can do 3 in the morning. I'll edit this video, and shoot, I might be, because I still got one other character. So yeah, 3 in the morning is cool. I'm cool with 3 in the morning. Anything past that, let me go to sleep, please. I can't do it in the morning though, because I'm not gonna have the time to do it in the morning. And you still gotta render. I gotta wait for it to upload. That's the easiest part. Because tomorrow I'm gonna be doing some Skyrim. I might record some more Cyberpunk. Actually, we need to do yeah, matter of fact, more Cyberpunk. I need to do, no, I'm gonna save that for Wednesday. I don't want to rush nothing. We're gonna do Skyrim tomorrow, so I don't want to rush through nothing if I ain't got to. I forgot to change her teeth back, man. I thought I did, but I must not have saved it when I did. Silver teeth on a country, a country white girl just don't make a lot of sense, Not something I've ever seen personally. I don't know, I never lived on the countryside before, but I would imagine it's not something you see, Country white girls walking around with platinum teeth. I just doubt it. You barely even see black people rock platinum teeth. That's pretty expensive. It's old school. We don't really do that no more. It's either golds or some diamonds of some sort. Me personally, I'm not really much of a jewelry kind of guy. I got a bunch of handmade necklaces that I made just goofing around, but like jewelry, not really my style. Broke on my spit. I breathed in. But, I'm not big on jewelry. There's a lot, in my personal opinion, there's a lot better things you could spend your money on than jewelry. That's just me, though. That's just me. I'm more of my clothing is the flashy thing. Dang, chip on my lap. I didn't even realize I dropped a chip. I had to eat some chips. I was fucking hungry. I forgot to eat dinner. And the last thing you want to do is go to bed with a stomach full of spaghetti. That's how you have accidental acid storms, even if you're not even even if you don't suffer from acid reflux. Spaghetti makes anything possible. Oh, I will be saving that for lunch tomorrow. Be delightful. Now? No. Fine. Bag of chips will do. A little bit of chips, actually. I ain't even the whole thing. Might snack on a couple of graham crackers. Gotta keep it light, Like going to bed with a stomach full of food. Like I said, them acid storms, boy, them acid storms is deadly. I ain't never had one personally. Almost, actually. Because of that exact reason. I had stayed up late working on some stuff. I had some spaghetti. I'm gonna eat that real quick. Didn't even eat that much of it. I'm not a big eater. Not a big eater at all. Didn't even eat that much. Man, I was getting up because I felt that I had to use the bathroom. But when I was laying there, I'm trying to it felt like I had to burp, but it was like one of them when it feels like you have to burp but nothing's coming up. But then when I noticed, I'm like I'm more awake now. I'm more alert. Like, what the fuck? I got such bad heartburn, and I realized it's not heartburn, it's acid attempting to make its way up. Like, ooh. Spaghetti before bed? Never again. I've not done that since, and that has not happened since. Because I do not suffer from acid reflux. Till one day, I thought it was a good idea to eat spaghetti before going to sleep. It was a late night, it was a late night. I was working, like now. A late night. Working, still up. I am gonna be up until I'm done here. Bang. delicious looking thing of spaghetti, but I'll save it for lunch tomorrow. I don't need that ever happening again. I know people who do suffer from acid reflux, and boy oh boy, I'm good. Okay? I'm good. I'd rather not find out for myself. You know, it's those things where it's like, you know, you understand, but you don't know it. That's something I don't want to know, okay? I almost did one time. It didn't feel great. That was some of the worst heartburn I ever had. It was so dang bad I had to I had to swallow. That's how bad it was. If I didn't, that would have happened. I would have had an acid storm for the first time ever in my life, and I was not willing to let that happen. So I just kept swallowing a bunch of times. That worked, and I drunk some water. That helped. And then I drank some milk. That really helped. Then I went back to sleep. That was, shoot, probably like 3 years ago now. It hasn't happened since. Why? Because if I do eat a little snacky, a little something before bed, I ensure that it does not have any form of acid or citrus in it. I mean, these chips got a little bit. It's some guac chips, but it's I ate like 2 handfuls, and that's about it. That was a full spaghetti meal, or going to sleep probably like an hour later, an hour or two. I never go to bed right away if I eat something late. Like, I know I'm not now because, well, I gotta edit this crap, but typically, you know what I mean, I'll be careful with it. Hold on, too much, back on up. Typically, you know what I mean, I'm careful, okay? Because, yeah, I'm cool on the idea of that. Almost happened once, and that was the last time. I need her off the dang ground, okay? No body parts on concrete, dude. It's nasty, son. Unless you get fucking earthed, you know. That's what you get for fighting somebody for no dang reason, you know. Should've left the dude alone. Now you on the concrete taking a nap type crap, you know. Definitely not speaking from experience. I ain't never been body slammed before. Why? Because, dude, picking fights with people. You know what I'm saying? I watched this dang joint where this dude was doing some dumb crap. Like, you decided to do some dumb crap around the biggest fool you could find. Now me, I've never been the type of guy to really be like on size. But you absolutely gotta be careful. If a man or a woman is just significantly bigger, you gotta be careful, okay? We don't do body parts on the concrete. Not on accident, not on purpose, and not when beefing, alright? No open skin on concrete. Okay, no barefoot on concrete. No legs, no knees, no nothing. Okay, concrete is dirty, nasty, filthy, dude. Even my characters, it would be the same way. I will put a towel underneath her before I make her sit on the ground. Okay, is she some pixels? Yes, obviously. But I don't give a crap. I like to keep it realistic. And you ain't gonna ever. Let's say we was doing some crap in real life. Any person who's modeling for a photo set that I'm doing will never touch the concrete, okay? Unless for whatever reason they just really want to. But even then, I'm like, nope. Do not. Concrete is filthy. Accidentally scratch yourself. No. Now you got fungaloids disease and crap. Of course, you're not guaranteed to catch some crap. You know, if you just clean the sore out, you're good to go. But, dude. It's like matter of fact, that reminds me when I was a kid. The first time I ever lost a significant amount of skin because of concrete. Look at her nails. You already know I was prepared with the nails. All 3 of them got those nails. But the first time I ever lost a significant amount of skin to concrete and then felt the repercussions of that with alcohol to the bare sore, I had to be like 9, I think. We were playing, I'm pretty sure we were playing with water balloons. It was all the kids, the older kids, the younger kids. But one of the younger kids, okay, he was the proper way of saying it. He was challenged, mentally challenged. I'm pretty sure that's the way you say it. So sometimes he was a little extra rough. Okay? He was a little extra rough. And we were messing with water balloons, and somebody was trying to throw a water balloon at him. So he was sprinting at full speed, and we fucking collided. Okay, we both fell. Luckily for him, he fell in the grass, so nothing really happened. He got up and started running and laughing again. Me, on the other hand, I fell to the fucking concrete. My knees were busted. Okay, my knees were fucking busted. Man, shoot, dude. My mom put that alcohol on my dang knee. The sore on my knee was huge. I think the only reason why I don't have that scar still today is because my legs have grown significantly enough. And it was so long ago, 20 years now. It was huge. She put the alcohol on my knee. The burn was otherworldly. And now as an adult, when I feel that burn, I'm like, alright, clean sore. As a kid, I didn't know what the fuck just happened. I didn't know what she just put on me. It burned. Vicious. I started crying, dude. I ain't gonna sit here and lie, okay? Ever since that day, I'm like, no more concrete to flesh, okay? No more. Now, of course, you can never be that lucky. So some years later, I'm probably like 11, 12 years old. Me and my cousin, we were bike racing. I let her get a head start because she was younger. She was smaller. So I'm like, you get a head start and I'm gonna catch you. She was like, you're not gonna be able to catch me. But we was goofing, right? Just two kids goofing around on some bikes. Well, she didn't think I would actually catch her. Problem is, well, to no surprise, I did. I was older. I was bigger. I was stronger. So naturally, I caught up. So, you know, kids being kids, she thought it was a great idea to slow me down by getting in front of me as soon as I got close enough. You kind of already know where this is going. So what had happened was my front tire hit her back tire, which caused me to ride up the back end of her bike, and I got launched. Okay, I got fucking launched. And the crazy part is I didn't even get the worst portion of this ordeal. She definitely did. Okay, so I got launched. I'm flying. Arms is flailing. I remember in everything. I'm flying through the sky. I'm probably like a healthy 6 feet off the dang ground. Flailing. I land on my dang chest. I can't even breathe that well, but I got up because I looked back and she's tangled in between the both of our bikes. I'm scraped up. She cut the fuck up. I'm like, oh my goodness, we about to get in trouble. I luckily did not get in trouble because I was behind. So her mom wasn't very happy. She was like, why the would you cut in front of him when he's speeding up behind you? That crap sucked, okay? My arms, my elbows, my chest, my stomach scraped up. I'm just glad I got scraped up instead of cut up, because yeah, the cut up was pretty bad. She was tangled in between the bikes. I ain't never seen somebody tangled up in between two bikes like I seen somebody tangled up in two bikes. Unless you have, and you know exactly what I'm talking about then. He was in between both of the bikes, dude. I had to, I'm fucking in pain, barely able to breathe. I'm running back to try to help her get out of the bikes. It wasn't funny then, but it's fucking hilarious now. Because it's the goofiest scene you ever seen in your life. You see some little kid flying through the sky like 6 feet, okay, just before he lands straight to the ground. I'm glad I never busted my chin or nothing. I was able to keep my head up pretty high. My wrist, my hands, and my elbows took a healthy amount of damage, though my chest too. Okay, those took some damage, especially my hands. My hands got scraped up. And you look back, and there's just, what in the world? There's just someone in between two bikes. And you know, not to laugh at my cousin, but at the time, I don't know about now, but at the time, as a kid, she had the strangest sounding cry. Now, at first, it wasn't funny because I'm in pain. I see she's in pain, but she cried like you would think Goofy from Mickey Mouse would cry. It was the strangest, silliest, goofiest sounding cry in the world. Now, like I said, at that moment, it wasn't very funny because, holy crap, I just got sent flying, and now she's tangled in between two bikes. So at first, it wasn't funny, but afterwards, we were definitely laughing about it. I was like, that was the biggest question I had to ask. I'm like, why? She's like, she was like, I didn't think you would catch up that fast. So when I tried to stop you, but we were kids. She was like fucking 9, I was like 12. We had no clue that would happen. So it wasn't in my mind to slow down until we got too close. I understood a little bit better than she did because when she did do it, it started off as kind of funny until she wouldn't stop. And I'm like, oh, I gotta slow down. But I couldn't slow down in time. So by the time I slowed down, my bike, I'm flying in the air, and my bike lands on top of her, which causes her to fall. At least that's my guess, because I'm so fucking high in the sky, I can't see crap for real. My guess is, when the back of my bike hit the back of her bike, and when the front of my bike hit the back of her bike, she got sent flying. Okay, and then my bike probably landed on top of her, because I was moving, okay? We was on mountain bikes, we weren't on like regular little BMXs for kids. For some odd reason, believe it or not, riding a large bike makes learning how to ride a bike so much easier than riding a small bike. Like, no joke, when I was young, I could not ride small bikes. I could not. My mom and dad at the time had bought me a regular size bike for my size, which I was like 10 years old maybe. I couldn't ride it. But then I would use my sister's bikes. One of my sister's bikes, they had full-on mountain bikes. You know, fucking 26-inch wheels and all that. And I could ride them bikes at ease, even with people on the back of them. So then my mom and dad had bought me this gorgeous aluminum BMX on 24s, if I'm remembering correctly. And I had no issues riding that bike. But I was like 10. So a 10-year-old, you know, you're supposed to have bike with wheels like fucking 14 inches, you know, smaller than a standard BMX. I couldn't ride them things, or they were just too small. I didn't have the balance for it. Man, you put me on a big old mountain bike, I was riding that joint all through Buffalo, boy. I was a kid on an adventure on a gargantuan bike. That crap was hilarious too, because anytime people would see me, they were like, what the fuck? How you riding that big old bike? And then one of my sisters would be on the back too. Like, how the fuck is this little old kid moving this dang bike? Bigger bikes were way easier to balance. I mean, it's kind of still like that. Even as an adult, you get on a little bitty bike, you're gonna struggle. You get on a big bike, it's gonna be easy. I'm over here, 10-year-old Jadam, riding around. My fucking, these came out straight heat. Riding around on a big old bike, doing just fine. But both these sets came out heat. Alright, on to Texas V, which I didn't have a direct idea for her. Well, actually, no, I did. I wanted to use the truck for this lady, but I completely forgot. That's a full 10 though. Let's move on to the last. Ain't gonna lie, I had to stop and take a few pictures of the car, man. That thing was looking too clean, too real. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Although for some dang reason the scratches popped back up. I don't know why that happened. Alrighty people, simple setup for Country V here. Big old American flag, well, NUSA flag. Okay, big old cable drum, some brown interior for that good old southern look. And then of course a grill with some food on it, because a Texas character with no food would be pretty freaking illegal, don't you think? You know? Texas character gotta have food, although we're not gonna really see it very much. Be mostly using you're gonna be mostly up in the forefront, but it'll be there for extra looks. Let's do regular style and way down. Bring that down some too. And get those lights going. This will be it. This has been Southern Ladies Part 2. I would say it's been pretty successful. All 3 characters look great. I will be editing that. The photos tomorrow once I do Skyrim and all those. I'm gonna be recording some Skyrim, or not tomorrow, but later today technically. Later today technically. Let's see. I want to make use of some good seated poses, maybe. This cable drum here. We have a. Turn that on. Bring it up some though. Still see the flag nice and clearly. Hoping a lot of people won't get it confused for the Puerto Rican flag. Because it just so happens that the NUSA flag looks quite similar to the Puerto Rican flag. I haven't gotten into the lore, so there could be a reason why it looks so much similar to the Puerto Rican flag, but still has the stars and all that, the multi-stars and multi-lines. Just like the, what's the name flag? I need to check through that one pose pack again. I have it. I downloaded it, but I don't remember what were the good poses I downloaded it for. I mean, depending on the person, all poses are great. Depending on the person, you know, all poses are great. And in that one pose pack. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. This hair ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to redo her image for Country V's joint, because I kind of forgot this character is supposed to have dreads. So, you know, you don't just simply go from dreads to long hair out of nowhere. That hairstyle is just a little too wild looking. It doesn't really fit any character. It's just too. All characters look insane when I put that crap on their head. They just look a little off their dang rocker with that hairstyle. So that hairstyle is gonna have to go ahead and get disabled and deleted. It's clean. It's a little too much going on. Everybody look insane with that dang hair. Looks like they've been off their rocker for some years, and that's what the hair is looking like after all those years. You know what I'm saying? That's not really the style of any of my characters. I don't have no characters like that. I do not have any characters like that. Hey, there she go. Looks great with her dreads. Plus, you know, like, you don't simply go dreads to a longer hairstyle. Of course, you could get dreads deconstructed. But if I do that, she needs a, not that haircut. Just a little too wild looking. A little too wild looking. We're gonna redo her joint, and I'll edit them together one of these days. Before Friday, of course, because all these have to be uploaded in that photo session. All these have to go in that photo session. Can't be none left behind. Satisfaction. Can't leave none of those out. Alright, hurry up though. It's almost 3 in the dang morning. I would like to go to sleep. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. Okay. This is, you know, this is what I get for having schedules that just so happen to, you know, keep fitting days. Game is ready to play. Oh shoot, I forgot I was downloading it. Yeah, I'm downloading Legacy back. Enhancement has too many issues. I did uninstalled Enhancement, then re-downloaded it, and it still kept saying this game cannot be opened. I'm like, you know what? Let me just download Natural V for the older variant of the game. It works just fine. Might not look quite as good, but it still looks pretty dang amazing. And I don't have to deal with these constant freaking issues that Enhanced keeps having. I got tired of it, so I'm like, let me just download what's the name back. Kind of forgot I was downloading. That's that sound you just heard. I don't know if it popped up in the recording, but I'm sure you heard the sound. Oh no, you didn't, because game audio has been turned down all the way low this entire time. I just realized that. Whoops. I mean, it's not like you're hearing much when I'm doing these photo sessions, but I typically still got the audio on. Kinda forgot though. Kinda forgot. I wasn't thinking about it till that just popped up. Hey, what the fuck, man? She's supposed to have the dang in USA nails. Why she ain't got no nail polish on, actually. I just realized that. She always has some nail polish, I think. Guess I must have forgot. We're supposed to have the stars with the red, white, and blue. But she does not for some reason. Make sure these look good. What these is looking like. These look phenomenal. So boom, we're good to go. And we got a Camaro as a bonus. You won't see that in this photo session, of course. That's why I didn't record that part. But you will see it in the photos of the week. The red, white, and blue lights. Like good stuff. One of the biggest reasons I had made this character at the time was because I'm like, you know what? I got a dark chocolate character. But I gotta have a caramel character too, you know what I mean? Gotta have a caramel character too with the dreads and all that. The dreadhead lady. A dark skinned lady with the afro. The light skin with the dread. Come on, man. I got the partial albino. That's Damu with the braids in her head right now. You're gonna see her. She's not gonna be during a part of the photo set. I'm gonna do those in the morning. In the morning. Just as a little swag set. She kind of swaggy. I put her in a swaggy little fit. That's not gonna be for no photo set though. I do. She looked like she got a Dipset outfit on for real. That's kind of the theme I was going for, and it came out pretty nice. You got the Dipset fit going on, you know what I'm saying? Got the fucking, you know what I mean? The Harlem Dipset fit with the Tim boots. She from Bompton though, she from Compton, you know what I'm saying, specifically. Okay. Sometimes you gotta swag a character out in different outfits too. He might be a West Coast character, but the dang what's name fit we put her in was just too dang nice. We got her straight up in the fucking, yeah, straight up Harlem. Just look like a real good Dipset outfit like back in the day. It matches quite nicely with the Timbs to rock as well. Because, you know, you can't do an East Coast fit with no Timbs. I mean, you can, but it just wouldn't be completed, you know? Just wouldn't be completed without the Timbs. It's funny because I once heard a dude say, New York ain't only just Timbs. It's like, yes, of course. Duh. You feel what I'm saying? But no one made the Timbs as famous as New York. Okay? Timbs are so well known in New York that most people from New York happily keep the Timberland, okay, the Timberland boot, whatever the fuck you will call it, I don't know, fucking, what would you call it? I'm looking for the word. It's a word when something may or may not be true, but people keep it running just because. Not so much a rumor, because rumors are typically about one person or something specific, like I heard that there were people doing something, such and so in this area. Not really a rumor, but like it's like ooh, almost messed up. It's like when it's a mass amount of people know about this said thing. Nobody knows if it's true or not. You know? Is Timberlands the most famous shoe in New York because people actually wear them a ton? Probably not. There's probably not that many people that wear them. But the main part, from what I know at least, Timbs were mostly worn because, you know, in the summer or in the winter, right, you gotta get down. Can't get down in no sneakers. You're gonna be slipping and sliding. Timbs allows you to have the necessary grip most of the time. Of course, ice is ice, so you can only get so many grip, but boots are boots and they're meant for that. Outside of, you know, construction work and not dropping a fucking weight on your foot and crushing your toes. It's meant to get grip. Snow boots and stuff. Dude, dudes was wearing those too. I need to get me a pair of snow boots. Even though it does not snow where I'm at, but swag, baby, swag. There are some genuinely nice snow boots that you could actually wear as like an outfit piece. Not because it's cold, but because they just swaggy, you know? Some boots is just nice, but if you ain't slipping and sliding, then boom, you win. As where if the other dudes, he wearing these like fancy shoes, like some Jordan 1s or something, he slipping and sliding, he getting kicked with these heavy old Timbs, and everybody started wearing Timbs. At least from my knowledge, you know, I'm not old enough to truly know, but that's what I thought. That's what I think. And it just makes the most sense because it's like, yeah, that's true. If you're in the middle of a fight, and you slipping and sliding and you getting whooped on because you can't get the grip, you're gonna start wearing Timbs because the dude that was whooping on you was wearing Timbs. You know what I'm saying? So, at least that's what makes the most sense to me. Or it could just simply be because it was, I mean, Timberlands are genuinely great looking boots. Like I said, I'm in a dang desert. Guess what? I got a pair of dang Timbs, dude. Do I get to wear them very often? No, it's too dang hot here. However, when I can, shoot, I sure enough do. Nothing beats a good pair of fucking Timbs, man. They are genuinely nice looking boot. I'll find the cable drum. Pull that forward. Lift it up a little bit. They are genuinely gorgeous boot, especially the original Butters. Chocolate Timbs are fucking heat too. Are her nails white? I can't tell where her nails are. Oh, they're like a pearl. Okay. Oh. I ain't no dang pearl. It's just real extra shiny for some reason, right? Those is regular nails, no nail polish. Oh, I forgot. I'm pretty sure. Oh, none down there either. Okay, I guess I just must have forgot. She was supposed to have the NUSA joints with the red on the toenails, but I guess I forgot. NUSA on the fingers and then red on the toenail. But your boy somehow managed to forget. I preset all this crap up too. Still forgot somehow. I still managed to forget. Alright, boom. Let's see how many more we got. Some more seated poses. We got this cable drum here for a reason. I want to use it. Eyes are heavy. Okay, it's nearly 3 in the morning. 2:48 right now. Tis 2:48 right now, and I am up recording because I wanted to stay on time with the upload schedule. Had to stay on time with the upload schedule. Now it's ladies first, and I'm sleepy. Let me stop her head there, because it's clearly not how that's supposed to be. Right about there is good. And let's see, 3 more. 3 more really good poses here. 3 more really good poses. Her neck looking kind of long. Well, some folks out here just got long necks. Watched this video earlier. There's these people that draw people, caricature or something like that. I'm pretty sure it's called. And in one of the joints, they had one of the ladies with a stupidly long neck. Like, dang, is her neck actually that long? And then when I looked at the lady that she drew, that fool did indeed have a long neck. Some people are tall because their necks are long as fuck. Some of these folks out here be 6'7", but if you reduce the height of their neck, they only like 6'3". Not that drastic, of course. That's a little too drastic, but some fools got long as fuck necks. Some people out here with neck extensions. No fucking. Oh shoot! I was trying to say something. I started yawning. This is why it's good to ensure that your quality is there before you start taking the photos. We already know that it's gonna be popping because I already set the lighting up beforehand. Now I'm fucking eyes is heavy. I'm yawning in the middle of the day. I ain't never did that. Again, I haven't had to do this in a long time. As long as the photos come out heat, that's all that matters the most. My personal opinion. Let's do one last. I'm gonna say maybe a seated pose. A couple of good ones there, but it's not exactly what I'm looking for. I don't know, honestly. Holding tired. Well, these might work. These are some regular seated poses. These will work just fine. Gotta move the drum up toward her though. Hey, do it again. Do it again. Y'all know that. Y'all know that song. Y'all some youngins. You know what I'm saying? Y'all some youngins. I don't know that song. I just know that one part and that's it. That's the only part I know. Do it again. Do it again. That's it. Her knees is well in the way. She got a lot of leg move. This was like some beach thing that'll work, but this is not. It's not beach thing. This is 4th of July barbecue in a model room. That's what this is. Still kind of work, I guess. Still easily sit like that. Something. Looking for something fancy for the last one. We're gonna go with one more. That'll be the one, because I don't think I've ever seen this pose before. I must have skipped past this a few times. Boy, I must have skipped past this a few times. I ain't never seen this one. Right, let's go ahead and lift that up to reduce those shadows, and boom, that is it. I am finally free. I'm about to say free to go to sleep. That's not true. Still gotta edit. Still gotta edit this video. This is all of July stuff now though, so I'm gonna get the other stuff set up, ready to go to be uploaded and scheduled to Instagram. That is a full 10, my good peoples. Full 35 if you count everything else. Well, technically 37 with the 2 side. Oh, no. We're not done yet. Hold on. I almost forgot. We are not done yet because I need to take her to where Country V was and redo her photo. Instead of her having the crazy haircut, she gonna have her dreads back. Hold on, we ain't done yet. Ain't done yet. Gotta finish this up real quick. It's the fire. Okay. We're about here, maybe? Right here. Reduce that lighting. And if I'm remembering correctly, we did the usual 20, 35, 10. It's always 10. It should be 10. I don't know if y'all noticing what I'm noticing, but that did nothing. For the light at least. Reduce that. Where I have it at? 98. Oh shoot, what the fuck going on? Pull that back up before it auto adjust on me. Different some reason we cannot put it back down to 98, so that should be good. So what's that? This is a little too dark. I can't even see the background. Why is it so dark? Darkness is too dang much. Can't even see nothing. Can't even see nothing. Behind her, that's not gonna cut. That's not gonna be easy to cut out at all. Just off the simple fact of I don't even know. I'm tired. I forgot what I was saying. I'm sleepy, dude. I forgot what the fuck I was saying. I'm gonna keep it honest with you. I don't know why, what I was even talking about, man. Oh, the lighting was too dang bright. That's right. I'm like, what the fuck? I sat there for a second. I'm like, what am I talking about again? I am sleepy. We can't lose the quality, you know what I'm saying? Just because we sleepy don't mean we could lose the quality. Luckily, editing these really aren't too hard. I don't be making mistakes with accidentally showing off characters. By accidentally showing off characters, I mean outfits not showing up when they should. Load into something. So when you load in, the character be like fucking naked for some dang reason when they shouldn't be. And you gotta edit that. Yeah, we don't have those mistakes anymore. Even right now, sleepy as I am, I could not make that mistake. And boom, that should be good. Let me see what we're working with. That angle is the same. Why is it popping up so dang big? I need it to pop up small so I can make sure it's the same dang thing. Yeah, that's good. No, our angle's a little too far. So I'm gonna say bring that here and then lift. That little thing does move. Oh no, I didn't know. I mean, it doesn't show the angle in which you're at, it just shows the height and all that. So that's still not gonna really help. Okay, go ahead and delete that one. That should be good. That is it, my good peoples. That is a full 10. I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm about 2 seconds from falling asleep. I still gotta edit this crap. Make sure you hit that like button, that subscribe button, that notification bell, show what your people join Legendary Clan Sports Channel become legendary. I do all things photography, virtual, real life, and sometimes AI. With that being said, check out the gaming channel if you want. Check out the music channel. Instagram, that's where I post most of these. Deviant for the stuff that's a little too much for Instagram, but never too much. Don't go over there expecting madness. I'm so fucking sleepy. I did that entire outro with my eyes closed. I'm going to bed.